the first tip when transitioning from data to strategy, right? Now we're going to start talking about strategy, is make sure that you segment your data. And what I mean by that is when we're giving you the fulfillments every month, you're getting this, the top 4 distresses that property is going through and the top targeted message that we recommend, right? The targeted message can be used for texting and direct mail, but we're going to be focused on the texting today. And I would say create 5 different campaigns based on the pain points. And I'm going to show you why. Because if you're sending the same text message to different type of sellers are going through different situations, you will get responses, but it's not going to be as good. But if you segment the data and you are creating campaigns inside launch control, and we can talk a little bit about that more in depth if you want to, and creating templates, they're very specific to these type of sellers, especially these top 4, right? It makes a big difference. This is where you find a significant increase in your response rates, in your lead rates. People understand why you're texting them, and it needs to be subtle. And I'll show you a couple of examples here. This is one example of a really good target message. We talked about this last week. This is a message that this is an actual message that we are sending to foreclosure properties. This is properties that we are getting the freshest source possible. We're sending this text message. It works really well. So this is why I want to show you this really cool thing. So ChatGPT, I'll try to explain the best way I can, is the first AI model that was trained on a language that was open to public, right? So you can literally go in there and ask any questions and it will give you the best answer that you can gather. So it's trained to create really good language. It could be coding, it could be text messages, it could be emails, it could be how to address a certain situation with your team. There's just so many applications to it. There's a lot of applications on how you can use it in your business today. This is one application, right? So I went into ChatGPT and asked, hey, write me a short message to send a homeowner who's dealing with tax delinquency with the intent of buying their house. They gave me this first option. I think it was good, but I didn't want to be super upfront about the tax delinquency. And we tested this. When it's a pre-foreclosure, people have a deadline. You kind of need to wake them up, right? Like you need to be a little more upfront about it. It has proven to us that it gives better results. But other type of situations, I wouldn't mention that they are tax delinquent. I will go a little bit sideways. Instead of going direct to tax delinquency, I asked them, hey, can you not mention tax delinquency and mention that we help catch up with any financial debt? It gave me another great option. Just ask them to make it shorter, right? And by asking to make it shorter, it gave me what I think is a really good text message to send to a homeowner if they're going through any type of debt challenge, right? And a lot of our homeowners are going through this. So this is actually a really good generic message, but I would focus to the people who are going through any financial distress. A good part of this is once you have one version of that you really like, I could have made one more line and say, hey, can you give me 10 variations of this message without including buyer or offer words? And it will give me everything in there. The main difference with Google is it keeps you context, so you can just give instructions, right? For the people who are not familiar with ChatGPT, like this is literally one thread of questions. Make it shorter, make it more friendly. You can play with so many instructions around this, and you can ask them to automatically add spinner words. And if for those using launch control, they have the spinner words and they have some words that you have to avoid. So it can literally spit 10 variations of text messages per niche list, and you're ready to go. This is moving super fast. I don't know if you guys saw, Windows already announced that they're going to include it in Bing, in the Edge browser, like all integrated and the better version of this. So it will make you super easy. So if you're navigating through your CRM and you want to write a quick text message, you probably will ask Edge on the little right side there, and it will give you a message right away. Right? You don't have even to have 2 tabs. The one thing that I know that it's really good too, you can generate a bunch of templates through Google Sheets and ChatGPT integrations. There's a bunch of videos online that you can integrate it, so you can figure out ways around it. If you can connect your CRM to Google Sheets and Google Sheets to ChatGPT, you have a workaround. What I do with ChatGPT, everything that I get from there, I add my own words, right? Like I haven't been able to prompt it. I move a couple things here and there, but it's a great tool. It's a great base for you to start, and your team can modify this, can change a couple words and make it more human.